Good morning, my Stampin' friends. Happy Movie Monday, everybody. Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen, coming at you live. Actually, that's a lie. I'm totally not live. I think it's such a habit that I say that. And I actually pre record my Movie Mondays. So I am here in my studio and I am streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So no matter where you are, hello. Thanks for joining me so much. We're going to do a little bit of stamping today, and we're going to use the hippiest happy hippos from Celebration. But before we get rolling, I want to make sure you guys are aware of a couple things. And couple things are this paper pumpkin. This is our sweet sunflowers, and it is available for subscription by August 10th. So we're running out of time. If you guys are sunflower lovers, you want to make sure you get in on this paper pumpkin. If you're not sure how paper pumpkin works, if you're new to paper pumpkin, hit me up and let me know. I am happy to talk about paper pumpkin with you guys. But I know this is going to be a super, super popular one. First of all, you're getting 2 ink spots this time around. You're getting a gorgeous 2-step sunflower stamp set, and you're getting these cool, like, chicken wire looking elements. You're getting those as a free gift. So you can comment below. You can send me an email, send me a text, wherever you can find me. It's cool. Hit me up if you want to talk more about paper pumpkin, but you need to subscribe by August 10th in order to get this particular kit. The other cool thing is we still are in Celebration. So Celebration, our biggest sale of the year, we have 2 of them. It is ending August 31st, and you can purchase 3, 6, or 12-month paper pumpkin subscription and get something from Celebration for free. So win-win, friends. So wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that. And then I want to make sure you're also aware of our new kit. This is a holiday themed kit called Cozy and Bright, totally all inclusive. So you new stampers out there, this is what you want to look at. It's got everything that you need to create 12 gorgeous cards with coordinating envelopes. I am going to predict that this could sell out. Our Christmas kit last year called Christmas Whimsy, it did sell out very, very quickly. This one's even cuter, in my opinion. A little bit more traditional looking Christmas. That one was kind of whimsical. And so that's my prediction. These are while supplies last. So if you would like to snag yours, all you need to do is hop over to my website, to my online store, and you can grab Cozy and Bright. Get as many as you want, guys. Like I said, it has everything you need, including the block, the ink, and the stamp. The other thing I want to make sure everybody's aware of is our addition to Celebration. So since we're winding down, there are a few things that have sold out already. In fact, if you're not aware, the soft Seafoam and pool party cards and envelopes have sold out. We will not be getting any more of those in. And the tree lot dies have sold out. Now, I have had many, many people contacting me, asking me if I have any extras and that I would like to sell them. And I can't comment, y'all. It's a little bit of a secret because as demonstrators, we are not allowed to sell these right at this time because they technically are still current. And a couple people said that they're finding them on eBay for $75 and $80 already. So as a demonstrator, I still need to follow the rules, and the rules tell me that I cannot sell these dies. So do I have some? Perhaps I do, and perhaps you may see them in my BOGO sale later on this year. That's all I'm saying about that. Case closed. Be quiet. Move on. All right. So, but because a couple of those items were selling out, we have added some catalog items that you can choose to get for free during Celebration. So I know this is a really bad printout, but we do have the timber embossing folder, gingham embossing folder, seashells embossing folder, brushed metallic cardstock, which is gorgeous. It's like shades of gold. And the craft gift boxes. So if you're needing some little treats for the holidays, perfect. And then we have our silver foil. Those are free with a $50 purchase. Then we have a couple dies that you can get for free with $100 purchase. So if you haven't snagged those yet, you will be able to get those for free during celebration. Offer ends August 31st. All right, now I think that's all I have to tell you guys. I'm in the middle of retreat prep, and so I don't have a whole lot going on. I'm going to have some upcoming, let's see, classes at home that are going to come, and I also am going to be doing a virtual event with my team. So information will be coming about that very, very shortly. So let's go ahead and get started with our little hippy dippy hippos here. These are a celebration item, right? You can still get these through the end of August. And of course, she comes with a coordinating set of dies as well that you can add for a $50 purchase. So you get the stamp set free with a 50. You can get the hippos or the dies free with a 50. So let's do a little bit of stamping here. I've got my basic white card base. So we'll just fold that in half. And I will always put the dimensions for you guys. The project dimensions go in the description of the video, so you can catch that a little bit later. Now, I took a piece of soft Seafoam and I embossed it with this embossing folder, and I have no idea what its name is. So I'm sure one of you guys out there watching knows what the name of this embossing folder is, but it is clouds. 3D looking clouds. And so originally I had planned on using the soft Seafoam card base, but since it sold out, I switched my gears. But if you have these, if you were able to get them for free in time, you could totally use the pre-cut, pre-printed card base. But I went ahead and just switched my gear to a piece of embossed soft Seafoam. So let's go ahead and attach that to our card base. And I do want to mention, I did a Wednesday video, so you can check that out, where I gave some tips on the embossing folder. This is one of the embossing folders that's dealer's choice, right? You can decide which side you want to see. So there's no front or back to this one, I don't think. Either side looks good. It just depends what you want to see embossed or raised up, if you will. All right, so let's add this to our basic white card base. I like to use lots of adhesive when I've got embossed pieces because I don't like it to be all lumpy and bumpy. There we go. Now, ahead of time, I have a soft Seafoam stitch rectangle cut out. This is from Scallop Contours. I believe that one is called. So I did that ahead of time. I have a piece of basic white that's going to mount on here. And we're going to stamp a hippo on this piece and her sentiment on this piece. So we're going to do that in Memento Black because I want to use my Stampin' Blends. So let's stamp our little ballerina hippo here. And then we'll use those dies to cut her out. Now I'm going to use the sentiment, I think, and I want the "You're always on point." And I didn't bring another block to the table, so we're just going to use this one here. And instead of black, I'm going to do it in smoky slate. So there is our sentiment. So that's about it for stamping. And we're going to color her in. So I've got my smoky slate blends here, and I know that they're running out. So hopefully they're going to hang out with me and make it through this entire video. But we shall see. I have a second set ready to go. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to do some dark areas so that she has some shading. I definitely want her little toenails to be dark. Oh, that would have been cute. I could have done them in pink, like she had painted toenails. And I think I'm going to have her, I'm going to have her ballet shoes. They're going to be green. They're going to match. So I'm just adding a little bit of color here where I kind of want some dark shading. All right, so now let's get some dark soft Seafoam. And I'm going to do her ballet shoes here. If you hear some noise on this video, that would be my dog moaning and groaning. His life is very rough. He has to sleep on his special therapeutic bed while he hangs out in my office. And it is hard some days, you guys. It's just hard to be him. His life is tough. I don't know if you could hear him on the video or not. So hopefully, I'm bumping you a little bit. Let me see if I scooch my table. Maybe it won't bump the video. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm adding the light soft Seafoam. So it looks like I have some shading there. And I think she's going to have, do we want her to have some green eyes? Sure. So there we go, girlfriend. You've got some pretty green eyes. Now I'm going to come in with my light smoky slate. And this is the one that has been, this is the one that's dying. So we're going to see how much we get out of it here. And I just blend. If you guys are new to using blends, oh my gosh, you're going to love them. Love these alcohol markers. They're fantastic. But I just go in and I color over where the light or where the dark is. I do blend it so it bleeds a little bit. And that just helps give it a little bit of shading. Normally I would have this done ahead of time. But I'm only doing one card for you guys today. So I thought I'll get a lot of questions about blends. So I thought, well, that would help. Okay, so it is just about dead. Let's see if I can get one more arm out of her. So see how I'm going over top of that dark? I'm just going in circles and bleeding those two colors together. Yep, I like to use it till it dies for sure. So I got my new one. And the one thing about our blends is they are not refillable. Okay, so that's the question I get asked a lot of times is, are they refillable? And no, they are not. Stampin' Up! Did talk to us about that and just said with the way you needed to refill and the cost point, they try to just keep it as easy as possible. And that's very, very fresh. So you know what I'm going to do? Hold, please. Sometimes my fresh markers are a little darker than I want. So I'm going to pull in my color lifter here. So anyway, they felt that it was just a little bit easier if they just kept the price point fairly comparable, and that you would just buy a new set of blends instead of going to the pain and the hassle of refilling them. So that's what I have to tell you about that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and color in her big schnoz here. And then I'm going to use that color lifter to go over her belly and maybe even her nose, just to pull up a layer of color and lighten it up a little bit. So the one thing with blends is the more you color over, the more you are laying on a layer of color. So even though this is my light smoky slate, you can keep going over and over and over and making it dark. So what I like to do then is I come back in and I add my shading points, like where there would be shadow. I'm just going to come back in and add some shadow there. So it's a little bit darker. And then I can go back over that, whoops, with my smoky slate and bleed a little bit more. So you can keep adding layers and layers of color. And that's why I love my blends. Okay, so now we're going to take, I want to make sure I'm throwing away the bad one. We're going to take this color lifter, and this is basically just pure alcohol. And what this does is just lifts a layer of that color. It is not an eraser. It's just called a color lifter. And so it can bleed out a layer of color and make something look a little bit lighter. So I love this with the dark colors like navy and that kind of thing. So I want her belly to just show a little bit lighter. And then I'm just going to do a little bit on her big honker here, just lighten that color up a little bit. So I'm not sure if that translates in the video or not, but you can always go back and add more color should you choose. So there we go. So it gives kind of like 3 shades there of her gray. All right, now, since she's a ballerina, she should have a little sparkle, yeah? So I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella pen, and I'm going to add some shimmer and glimmer to her. Is that this one? Maybe this one's dead. Are you dead, Wink or Stella? You might be. Oh, I think this one's done. It's not giving me much. Nope. Let's get another. Let's see if we get any shimmer from this one. This one's better. Yeah. Again, I'm not sure that it shows on the video because it just puts a little bit of shimmer and shine on her tutu. I might need to get myself new Winker pens too. All 3 of the ones I have seem like they are on their last leg. All right, so now we're gonna cut her out. If you do not have the dies, you absolutely could fussy cut her. I do have the dies, so I will be waking up our baby boss here. Now, we do not have a magnet plate with the baby boss, and we will not be having a magnet plate anytime soon because they have had some issues. So I'm going to grab a piece of washi tape, and this is just old washi tape that came 80 years ago in an old paper pumpkin kit, and I'm going to tape my die to my plate because I don't want it to move after I did all that work of cutting. I definitely do not want this to shift on me and have to do over again. That would make me quite angry. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to send that die, and we're just going to crank it through our little baby boss. Now I need to be very careful that I don't rip that washi tape off too fast because I don't want it to rip my image that I just worked so hard on. There we go. Isn't she cute? She's so cute. Okay, now we're ready to do a little bit of assembly. So what I'm going to do here is I have some, scissors. Where are my scissors at? There we are. I have some soft Seafoam ribbon. This is a brand new pack of ribbon. I think sometimes the hardest thing with this ribbon is opening them because I don't want to cut it, but I need to get that. Come on now. There we go. I need to get that plastic off. So I'm just going to wrap a little bit of ribbon here on that white piece. So we'll tack this right around here. Then we can attach that to our scallop, and I always like to put some adhesive on my ribbon ends because I don't want them coming off on me. There we go. Now we'll grab some dimensionals, a couple little Pop-Tarts here, and put them on our card. Or on our rectangle, I guess I should say, so we can attach it to our card base. Here we are, very tone on tone with that soft Seafoam. It's a very subtle card. Now we can add her. She's going to like dance on top of the ribbon there. We can put her on with some dimensionals as well. Pop-Tarts, as they're lovingly called in my studio. There you go, Missy. And let's grab, do I want to, I was going to try and do a bow, but I don't want it to be too big. Let's try it and see what it looks like. Sometimes bows can get a little bit too thick, and if you're mailing them, your post office people can charge you a little bit more when they're a little bit too thick. But let's see what it looks like here if we tie ourselves a bow. This is like a sheer cotton ribbon, maybe. Oh, it's seam binding, so it's very thin. Usually you can get that knot pretty small, so it doesn't cause too big of an issue. There, cute. I probably should have put it down a little bit more, put her up a little bit higher, but you know, hindsight's 20/20. Let's see if we can trim these edges down a smidgy. Oh, you're coming together cute, you little hippo. Henrietta, we call her. If any of you guys are my age, maybe you remember New Zoo Review, one of my favorite shows on TV when I was a kid. All right, so now we've got our You're Always On Point, and I'm going to use adhesive. I don't need to put it on dimensionals. I don't need it to be any higher, but we're going to just have that hang right here. There we go. And everything's better with bling, right? So I grabbed these new pack of bling. These are the adhesive backed seasonal sequins. These are in the holiday catalog, and we've got red, green, gold, and iridescent. So the iridescent is going to work perfect for our Henrietta. So let's see if it'll pick up with this one. So I'm going to grab a big one and a small one, and then do another small one up here. So there we go. Cute Henrietta card. Super, super cute. All right, everybody, that's what I got for you today. Thanks so much for joining me for Movie Monday. Remember, I am here on YouTube every single Monday, almost every single Monday, for a very quick video for you guys. You can also catch it on Facebook, so make sure you are subscribed or following my channel so that you never miss a thing. Now, when you hit subscribe or follow, a little bell icon will come up. If you click that, that's how you can actually get your notifications. So if I am going live or posting a video, you guys will know what's going on. All right, y'all, have a great week and come back and see me right here for Movie Monday next week. Bye, y'all.